Treaties were signed, promises made and broken to take back what was stolen.
Stolen? Who's stealing them?
Us.
Relooted is the title of a new game coming out where you play as an African running around looting and stealing and trying not to get caught. Wait a minute, isn't that racist? Yes, it absolutely fucking is. This is directly from their About section on their Steam page. Once you've set the stage carefully and the artifact is sitting all pretty, looking quite not stolen, but no worries, you're gonna fix that ASAP. This is the moment to perform, but if you've slacked on the planning phase, you're gonna pay for it. So it's justified stealing, but who gets to decide if it's justified?
Me? That seems fair.
You know, I went to a Wendy's a couple days ago and they charged me for a large fry, but I only got a medium, so I think it's justified to go back and steal their Frosty machine because they did me wrong. What the fuck are we doing? From what I've gathered, the whole story of this game is getting back at the white man, and it's not stealing because they weren't supposed to have it in the first place. But in practice, this game is so anti-racist that it became what it swore to destroy and just reinforces stereotypes of black people. Which is fine, I don't care. I'm not the PC police that says what is and is not allowed in video games. Make whatever game you want and let the audience decide if they want to buy it or not. Make a game called Asian Woman Driving Simulator where the objective is to make it across 5 o'clock Manhattan traffic without getting into an accident.
Good luck, everybody else!
Or even Indian Call Center Simulator where you try to rob old people of their retirement money.
Do not redeem! Do not redeem the card!
I don't care. But don't pretend like this Relooted game is some sort of artistic and progressive social statement about how Africans are done being wronged in society and they are fighting back. Because if that's what you were going for, you failed. You actually just made a black people stealing simulator. Good job.
Who's stealing them?
Us.
Pipe the fuck down. This kind of just highlights a pet peeve of mine that's really exploded in the last couple of years, which is forced representation. There seems to be this new idea that every single movie or game needs to be like a fucking buffet of minority groups. And if everybody isn't represented, then someone's gonna feel left out and they're not gonna buy my product. And it's like, when I'm trying to play a video game, I really mean this in the nicest way possible. I don't give a fuck about who Soldier 76 from Overwatch sleeps with. He's not real. I don't care about what he does in his fictional bedroom. Or most ads nowadays on TV, it's always like a mixed race couple. You'll have like an Asian dad, a black mom, and a white son, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's also not very common, which is why I called it forced representation. Forced representation for every race except for Mexicans. And if you think I'm kidding, start paying attention to ads for car insurance, for selling food. You'll notice that there's a disproportionate amount of representation for different races. You'll see way more Asians and way more black people in these ads than you'll ever see Mexicans, despite being like a significant number of people. Representation for everyone but Hispanics. But all of this is to say, I don't care. I don't need a character in a video game or a movie that looks like me or shares the same sexual preferences in bed to enjoy that piece of entertainment. I like the Thing from Marvel Rivals, but I don't look anything like him. I also like Doomfist from Overwatch, but I don't think I look anything like him. If you guys see any similarities, please feel free to let me know in the comments. Fun is the main priority, okay? This should rule all, is fun. But when you stop designing characters thinking of how can I make a cool character and how can I make this character fun, and you start thinking of how can I represent a minority group, then you end up with a game like Concord where half the cast, actually more than half the cast, it was probably 3/4 of the cast, is full of ugly, fat retards.
I got you!
She looks and sounds like a fucking lunch lady. Hey, Mrs. Fatback, can I get some extra corn?
I got you!
Hey, Mrs. Fatback, can you put some cheese on my chili?
I got you!
Hey, Mrs. Fatback, can you fix my parents' marriage?
I got you!
Holy fuck, that character is so ugly. Not one character on this entire roster looks like somebody I would want to play. Not because they don't look like me, but because they're ugly and bland. And I don't want to say it's not creative, because I think it is quite creative. It really would take a mastermind to come up with such an unlikable cast of heroes. This character looks like one of those girls in high school that did anything and everything in their power to make themselves look as undesirable as possible to stop any and all men from approaching her because of childhood trauma and the patriarchy or something. This guy looks like he was made to fill a quota. This one, there's no easy way to put it, but she looks like a full-blown mega retard. I also love that this game had the pronouns in the hero select screen, but then I'm confused because this one is an alien and it also has pronouns that says undecided. How can an alien have undecided pronouns? What the fuck? This is ludicrous. And I'm not talking about the ludicrous. I'm talking about a non-gender conforming alien in a video game where you're trying to kill people being ludicrous. I'm not anti-diversity by any means. I'm anti-forced diversity and I'm anti-disrespectful diversity. Race-swapping main characters in movies like Velma, The Little Mermaid, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Spider-Man Homecoming, The Sandman, and the Powerpuff Girls is disrespectful to black people. It's insulting. It's telling them, you guys are not worthy of your own story, you guys are not interesting enough, and if we make a movie with an all-black lead, then we're not going to make any money, so here's what we can do for you.
I got you.
What we can do is take pre-existing stories with already well-established characters of another race, make them black, and there's your story. What a fucking joke. And when they do try to make an original story about African culture, they make a stealing and looting simulator. I give this game 6 months before the studios go broke, the servers shut down, and I will be the first one to gladly piss on its grave. I got you. I got you.
I got you.
I got you. Get the fuck out of here.
Need me a fat as fuck bitch.